salad for weeks. But who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, good boy.
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
For a lot of us, saving up a down payment can be the biggest barrier to buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is lowering down payments to 1% for eligible home buyers with One Plus. Because everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to get a head start on your starter home.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
I thought people like me didn't get addicted to drugs. That's like saying people like me don't get sick. Just like anyone can get sick, anyone can struggle with addiction. And when you're struggling, there's no shame in getting help. I'm over the shame. I know who I am, and I'm in recovery for me.
Call 844-REACH-NJ. Talk to a counselor for confidential addiction help and see if you're eligible for no-cost treatment. 844-REACH-NJ. From the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him! It's a sack!
Sixers.
Oh, baby!
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Red 83!
Welcome to the Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the Locker Room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here in the Locker Room on Father's Day. And good morning there, Danny Ryan.
Good morning, Billy Schweim. Happy Father's Day to you.
You know what? I'm caffeinated and activated.
And ready to go, baby.
Ready to go today. Andrew Leeds, the intern. Good to see you, buddy.
Good morning, Schweiner. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. And I have another person in here with me today. Hello, Eliza Grace.
Hi, Dad.
Speak into the microphone.
Hi, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
How about a kiss right here? There you go. Hey, listen, and AG, I got to say, man, we're down here. She got out of school. Friday was her last day of school. Guess what, fellas? Straight A's.
Oh, there you go.
Straight A's.
AG's having a banner year this year.
She takes after her father.
Said no one ever. No, I'm just kidding.
But I will say this. You are a big Phillies fan. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, and then my friend Aristea.
Right. Who's her neighbor?
JT Romuto. She lives right down the
Wow.
She lives, so she sees JT Romuto all the time.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, they live right up against the Haddonfield Little League field. So, were you guys with me? I remember, I think Haddonfield Little League won the title, the state title last year, and we had the coach on. He said that Romuto's, they broke a few windows in his house. That's how close his house is to the Little League field.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Speaking of broken windows, we had Rick Tockett on yesterday.
Yes.
And I can't tell you, I've been getting a lot of text messages and emails from people that have heard it, and they said, it was a great, funny, interesting interview. But one thing that stuck out, speaking of ruining things, Tock said how many times he broke windows and shooting pucks at his parents' house, into the washer and dryer, was all dented up from pucks.
Just the cost of doing business. Look at him now. I'm sure the parents don't mind.
He had it all worked out in the end.
All worked out in the end. So, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I love being AG's dad. She's making me real proud. And you know what she wants to? What do you want to do when you grow up, AG? What do you want to be when you grow up?
A sports announcer.
She wants to be a sports announcer.
There you
Isn't
go.
that cool?
She's got the genes for it.
Right?
You know that.
And she's not shy. You're not shy, are you?
No.
No, she's not shy.
Runs in the family.
So she goes in. Now we got these cups made up, right? We got the locker room cups made up. You want to show them to if we're on StreamYard and the YouTube channel. Check it out there, the locker room Billy Schwein. And we got these cups made up, and we're gonna put them at Blitz's. This is AG's marketing idea. Ready for this?
Okay.
If you go to Blitz's Market, and by the way, we also have our 12 ounces of liquid sunshine.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to thank Dave and Joe Newman. I stop in there on the way to work every day, or on the weekends. So we'll drink our 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. If you go down there and buy your 12 ounces of liquid sunshine, you get a free cup.
If you mention the locker room or just buying it in general?
You mention the locker room, you get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. You do that, you get a free cup to put your orange juice in.
I'll tell you, it doesn't get better than this stuff.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a while.
Top of the morning.
I'm glad you brought it in for us on Father's Day.
Yeah, this is
Right?
by far, I think, my favorite orange juice.
So we want to thank Dave and Joe.
It's very good.
Dave and Joe Newman. Annie's down there. Maggie, Teresa. Teresa's always in there. Rosie, Maggie, Max. Of course, Dave, Joan, and Kenzie. They do a phenomenal job. The food's phenomenal. And, of course, they sponsor every Sunday throughout the baseball season. On the Mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market right there at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Great stuff down
That's
there.
exactly what I needed. I was low on vitamin C. It's going to brighten up my day. I got my coffee.
You got to have your vitamin C, man.
My liquid sunshine. I got some water. I'm ready to go.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. The Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to get into some Eagles talk. And Leeds, how about you? You're going for a job at NFL Films.
Yes, I am very excited
Big
for the
time.
opportunity.
I'm going to have to call Baldy and see if he can put a word in for you.
Yeah, give me the hookup. Hey,
Right.
he retweeted my tweet a few weeks ago.
Oh, did he
about
really?
The interview we posted with him. I posted it to the YouTube page, tweeted it out, and he gave me a retweet.
You see we got like 50,000 or 25,000 hits or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because of him, obviously.
Yeah, he retweeted
Nernshaw's. Wow, man. That was something else, man.
Yeah, it was a special Sunday. That was a Saturday,
yeah, it was
I guess.
a Saturday.
but-
Yeah, was it a Saturday?
Yeah.
So the Phillies, I get, after the show yesterday, I drive back home. I had to pick up Eliza Grace to bring her here for the summer and watch the little Phillies game. And, boy, I'll tell you what, 4 hits yesterday, guys.
Yeah, it's not
4 hits.
nothing
Now,
to write home
They
about.
win the game. Great pitching performance by Sanchez, right? He did it pretty well, but
Yeah.
4 hits, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, it's not, again, like I said, not the most impressive win. A win is a win, obviously, in baseball, but, scoring 2 of your runs based off of walks and hit by pitches. I mean, Sanchez, again, he's been looking good. That's kind of been the story of the Phillies this whole season, though. Starting pitching has been great.
Right.
Everything else, a little less than desired.
Trey Turner is 10 game hasn't made an error 10 games in a row.
There you go.
Right?
It's about time he decided he knew how to field. I don't really know what happened to him once he came to Philadelphia. He always seemed like a good fielder before that, and then he comes to Philly and everything goes to crap. But I don't know. The Phillies, I'm so in between on them right now, Billy, because, the Blue Jays, they came into this series hot. Obviously, the Phillies were scuffling. They take care of the Cubs. They win that series. They've already won the Blue Jays
And
series.
the Cubs are a great team.
They are.
I mean, they're in first place in the Central, right?
Some say, arguably they're one of the best teams in baseball. So, those are 2 big series wins. But
They're not
I
consistent.
fail to see them going
What it is
anywhere.
they're not consistent.
I just don't see this. I think this roster is talented enough, quite honestly. I mean, you got Max Kepler.
They need two things to happen. They need Max Kepler to start hitting the ball
and he has been.
But I mean, he really needs to start. He needs it.
Yeah, on a consistent basis.
Yeah, like on a more consistent and a little bit more power from him, and then the bullpen.
Right.
The bullpen's been of concern. Now, Matt Strom came in the other day, and he pitched pretty well.
Closed the game out yesterday
He got
for
himself
us.
a save.
So, that's big. If he can get back to Matt Strom or at least some sort of version of that, that'd be huge. Kerkering's been outstanding in the past month or so that's a huge plus. But I think there's still two pieces away in the bullpen and one outfield piece away, from truly competing for a World Series. Whether that means Justin Crawford comes up from the minors and you put him in the outfield and see what he can do, or trading for a guy. I'd like to trade for a guy.
And now let me ask Andrew Leeds this, because I like the locker room's youth movement perspective. You guys are a lot younger than I am. Would you unload one of the prospects now, Leeds, to get a solid bullpen arm? Because you don't need any starting pitching, but we do need two things. We need is either a center fielder, outfielder position that can a right-handed bat that can hit, or a solgive reliever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the name. I mean, I'm not giving up obviously like an Aiden Miller or
Would
like.
you give up a Painter?
No,
I don't. I think Painter
Abel,
and Miller.
Abel?
Abel, I think, is on the table. I think depending on what you can get for him, I think he's on the table. Now, it would have to be, a really good addition to the bullpen or center field.
That can help now, but not only now, but in the future as well.
Abel, he's on that fringe. Like, he's not untouchable to me, but he's also, I'm not giving away for nothing.
He's making a tough decision, though, I'll say that much. I mean, he's been pitching good for a young guy.
Dombrowski's MO is to deplete over the years, not much so much with the Phillies. It was to deplete the minor leagues to win here and now. And I think ever since he's been with the Phillies, he's not been that way.
Yeah, and I think that's a message from ownership. I think if John Middleton gave him the reins to really deplete the farm system, he would do it. But I think the message is, hey, we saw what happened with the 08, 09, 2010, 2011 core. We didn't have anything after that for almost a decade. We didn't make the playoffs until 2022. So let's not deplete it. Let's have some sort of future in case it doesn't work out with these guys. But if you're going to get an impact guy that's not only going to help you now, but in the future years for the next, let's just say 2 to 3 years in the future, you're going to have to give up a guy like Abel or a guy like Crawford. If it's a really good talent, you might even have to give up a guy like Aiden Miller. And I'm not afraid to do that at this point because the window is closing, Billy, and you know that best.
I know. We'll get into a lot of Phillies talk. Of course, at the bottom of the first hour, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We're going to talk about the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals. You guys are more NBA, but you've been watching a little bit of the NHL league.
Yeah, I've watched all the overtime periods, which there's been a lot of. Yeah, it's been a great series.
And Danny, you watching more of the NBA? Would you say?
Yeah, I'm getting more NHL than I have in past years.
I've been all NHL.
Yeah, I know.
Believe it or not, guys, I want the Edmonton Oilers to win this.
I agree.
Cup.
I agree with you as well.
I am pulling for the Draisaitl, Connor McDavid. I mean, like last night, like the Edmonton Oilers played in Florida zone all night, but they weren't getting anything.
Yeah,
they
couldn't
get any
finish.
results. They couldn't finish. Now, they only had, 19, 20 some shots on net. Bob Roski, the saves that he made were outstanding, but it wasn't like there were posts that were hit. Like, they had him beat. The puck wouldn't go in.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough that the Oilers don't really have a set goalie right now. I mean, they go into this series, and they obviously benched their goalie in, Game 3? Or was that Game 4? Yeah, Game 4 they benched their goalie, and then went with the backup again yesterday. So it's tough. I mean, I really want him to win one. This will be back-to-back finals in which he'd lose. It's he's an amazing talent. McDavid is.
And I gotta tell you,
it's unreal.
I'm pulling for Indianapolis to win the.
So am I. We're on the same.
Yeah, we're all on the same page here in the locker room, which is a rare sight. I feel
why?
like
TJ McConnell. That's it. I mean,
that is a big reason for me. I just tend to root for the underdog in finals. I like this Thunder team. I wouldn't be mad to see this Thunder team win a title, but for me, the Pacers are the much more fun story. They've been down plenty of times in these playoffs and have managed to find a way to win.
Clutch basketball.
Yeah, they don't know how to quit, so I'd love to see them get it done.
Let's hope they get it done. All right, you guys ready? Let's get ourselves at a 3-point stand. Enjoy this Blitz's orange juice as we progress through the show. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process. From contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates at 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we continue more in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, and my special guest, Eliza Gray Schweim, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
If a person is on a date, is it proper protocol that if one person gets their food first, they have to wait for the other person?
Yes.
I tend
because
to
if
agree.
you're on a date, you're trying to make a good impression. You don't want it to be that you're selfish and you're not considerate of the other person. Because that's what you're doing if you eat before their food gets there.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
So we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. We lost a legend during the week, and yesterday we played the Beach Boys in and out of the breaks because I told the guys that there were 3 bands that I was really, really into growing up: the Police, the Grateful Dead, and the Beach Boys. And the Beach Boys was the very first concert that I ever saw in my life, and I saw them like 10, 15 times in 4 different states. Same with the Dead and the Police. But Brian Wilson passed away at the age of 82, and he's an icon, man. These songs are like all about summer, and we're approaching summer. And if you're not into the Beach Boys in the summer, you're just not feeling it.
Yeah, he's one of the most important figures in all of music history.
Paul McCartney
really.
lead said that this was the greatest song ever written.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. I mean, it is a
Paul
beautiful
McCartney
pop song. I mean,
high praise.
Yeah, Pet Sounds, one of the greatest albums ever made. I mean, he changed the way music was produced with that album. So, shout out to the legend.
All right, and then at the bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with Tully Banta-Cain, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Because he's bringing the Beach Football League to the beach in Wildwood. Yesterday we had Chief Stocks on from the Wildwood Beach Patrol, and Wildwood's got huge beaches. This is a perfect location. Of course, after the game, after the event, everybody's going to go over to the point there in Wildwood and celebrate big weekend, August 9th. Of course, we'll be broadcasting live the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships in Avalon on Friday night, the 8th. And then the next day, the 9th, we're going to be on the beach all day with Tully Banta-Cain doing the Beach Football League.
Busy weekend at the beach.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Now, we've been talking a little Phillies baseball. Most of the talk has been about trades or bringing people in, looking for an arm, a solid bullpen arm. And during the break, we were talking about Chapman, right?
Yeah, Aroldis
Chapman. He's been around a long time.
Currently plays for the Boston Red Sox.
I'm very skeptical with him, Danny, because he's 37 years old. And you go, yeah, but he's throwing 104 at 37. That's something that sends up a red flag to me.
I feel like if he was going to get busted for juice, he would have got busted last year when he was doing it. I mean, there's something with this guy.
He's 37.
Yeah, it is unexplainable, really. But
you know what happens, Leeds? This never fails. We get guys that are playing really well. They get here, they stink, and then they leave. We trade guys out. And all of a sudden, they knock the cover off the ball.
Well, Estevez is over in Kansas City right now, pitching shutout baseball.
Look at Cody Clemens.
Shutout innings. Yeah,
I
Cody Clemens.
Can't believe they let Estevez walk after
you
giving
can't let
up
Hoffman
prospects.
and Estevez walk. Yeah, that was a pretty hefty trade too. I mean, they gave up some pretty decent, pitching prospects.
Yeah, and like you just said, especially if you're gonna let Hoffman walk, okay, fine, but then you got to bring back the guy that you traded multiple prospects for.
So Chapman's an option, as you mentioned, Billy. I mean, he's 37 at this point, but he's got a 1.55 ERA, 12 saves over in Boston right now. He wouldn't cost you a whole lot. I don't think he costs Abel. I don't think he costs Crawford. I mean, maybe if Boston's really, got a high price on him, but he's 37, so they have to be realistic. And they might be selling at the deadline.
I was going to say, because the Sox are 500 right now.
Yeah, they're not a great ball club.
They're in 4th place in the American League East.
They're very bad defensively, so they're ideally going to want a position player prospect. Maybe they do ask for Crawford. Depending on what you get back, if you get another piece with Chapman, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that.
Here's the thing, Leeds. Because of the wild card, right? There's only so many teams that are going to be sellers. There's going to be what are the 32 teams? How many teams are in baseball? 32.
I think it is 30.
30 teams in baseball. So the bottom 10 will be sellers. The middle teams, they don't know what they're doing because they could possibly make a push, and then you have 6 at the top, 7 at the top.
Yeah, it's really it's a blessing and a curse with that whole system because in a sense, I mean, it gave us runs like the Phillies in 2022. That wouldn't have happened without that extra wild card. And it's great to see so many teams think that they're competing and contending. But at the same time, when you're a team like the Phillies who need a piece or two, it makes business a lot more difficult, especially because everybody knows that we're short on bullpen arms because of Alvarado.
I think it'll slowly become, or maybe even quickly become, a bidding war for relievers at the very least. I mean, on my wish list for relievers, it probably goes number 1, I'd say Pete Fairbanks. Number 2 would be Jake Bird from the Rockies. Fairbanks is on the Rays, Bird on the Rockies.
I wouldn't get anybody from the Rockies.
Well, he's far and away the best player they have. 29 years old, has a 1.78 ERA, 11.7 Ks per 9 in 17 appearances. I mean, I think he would be an outstanding addition. I don't think he'd cost too much, but again, that's if the bidding war doesn't start. And then obviously Aroldis Chapman. So I don't know. I mean, They need to make some moves at the very least in the bullpen. Position player, I doubt they invest too much into that. Maybe a guy like Cedric Mullins. I don't love that, though. I don't think they need another lefty bat. I don't think they need another righty bat.
I think they need a righty bat.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and Cedric Mullins really is not a good hitter.
Here's the thing. Max Kepler, even though he's not really hitting all that well, if you look at he's batted .214. It's not good at all. But he has 5 or 6 career go-ahead home runs. Like, he in the clutch, he does overall, he's performed well. He's got some timely hits.
Had a good series, good homestand.
Just needs to be a little more consistent with that production. It's great to have it when it's there, but it's not always there, unfortunately.
All right, ready for this? We're worried about pitching, and rightly so. The bullpen has been a disaster. But ready for this? Orion Kirkring has made 18 appearances since May 1st. In that span, he's posted a 0.56 ERA, 16 innings pitched. Batters are only batting 182 off him.
And that's what you like to see. When a guy like Alvarado gets suspended for 80 games like that after, that substance, for him to step up and not only be good but be lights out, I still don't think he'll be a closer for this team. I don't really think he has that closer it factor. I think, you try and get Strahm back to where he can be as far as productivity goes, or maybe even put Romano, however you say it, back in that role and hope he has more success. But Kirkering would be a beautiful setup guy in the playoffs. If he can kind of assume that role and get comfortable there, I'm perfectly fine with that. And then either rely on one of the two guys I mentioned or trade for a guy, that I just put on my wish list. So I do want to correct myself, by the way. That was an old article. Jake Bird has a 2.06 ERA, 29 games, almost 40 innings, and 51 Ks.
See, here's the thing, Leedsy. Not only are the Phillies looking for arms, so is every other team in the league.
Yeah, bullpen pitching is like one of those
So that's why the
things.
price is going to go up. Teams that are selling know that they got certain teams over a barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Phillies are definitely one of those teams with the loss of Alvarado and, not going to be able to have him in the playoffs. The Phillies, they're going to have to – Dave Dombrowski's going to try to make something work. I don't know what he's going to end up landing on because you can't just – this roster, I think everybody knows. It's not a secret. The roster at the state it is now, I don't think is going to compete for a World Series with this bullpen.
See, that's it. Like yesterday, the Phillies had another sellout. People love this team. But how long is it going to last if they don't – we were talking about this yesterday. It's World Series or bust this year, guys.
Yeah, this is arguably...
This is the last year for this group. They're going to start breaking it up. They're going to have to. They have no choice.
Not even arguably. This is the most important trade dedeline in Dave Dombrowski's Phillies career. It just by far and away is.
Like Rich Kotite would say, without question.
So, I've brought this up to you guys before, but we keep talking about adding for this team because they have clear holes in the bullpen, clear holes in the outfield, and you could even say a few infield positions. But I want to bring back up the topic of trading Alec Bohm. So Alec Bohm, as of late, has been very hot. He's batting .316 over the past month, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, only struck out 14 times, 37 hits.
Batting .279. Right
he's looking a lot like the All-Star that started at third base last year for the National League. We know that this is always going to come and go with Alec Bohm. He gets hot, he gets cold, like majority of this lineup.
I was going to say that's the whole. It's
majority of the lineup, but he's still 28. He's still got some years left, and I know nobody's really looking at that saying, "Oh, he's got some untapped potential." He kind of is what he is at this point. He's just a little bit younger, won't break down as fast. If a team comes knocking about Alec Bohm, they come inquiring and they give you a decent enough package. Even if they're not going to give you your third base replacement or your outfield replacement, you have another trade lined up, but you get decent value for Alec Bohm. His value's high right now because he's hot. Do you trade him?
Well, that's a great question, Leezy, and I'm going to say it like this. Because of Otto Kemp, they have something they can fall back on, right? Mm-hmm. Otto Kemp, but I would rather dangle Kemp because I'm not a big Alec Bohm fan. Like he gets hot, like you said, he gets hot and cold. But when he turns into a baby. He's ridiculed. I just don't like his body language. He doesn't seem like a winner. Now, I could be completely wrong, but just from the impressions that I get with him as a fan, he doesn't look like he's a winner.
Yeah, and I don't think
is that fair to say that?
Yeah, I don't think it's unfair to say that. Like you said, we never know. Maybe he is.
I don't know him personally. We're not in the locker room.
Exactly.
Well, we are in the locker room, but not their locker room.
Yeah. But I don't think it's unfair for you to say that and think that. He's been multiple situations.
And Danny, only because Otto Kemp. I know his averages took a dip, but I think he's solid.
Yeah.
Maybe you could dangle him.
I mean, he's looked pretty good since he came up. He has patient at bats. He looks like he hustles out there. Obviously, you saw that bunt hit last week that he hustled out at the first baseline. So I like Otto Kemp. I don't think he's really going to be a world beater when it comes to playing in the majors. I would trade Bum. You know where I stand on this. I would trade him in a heartbeat if the right value came a knocking. But at the same time, I don't think the Phillies will do it because of Bryce. So they've been training Otto Kemp to play at first. They've been getting him reps over at first with Bobby Dickerson. And obviously, that's not a great indication as far as what they think Bryce Harper's timetable is going to be for an injury.
What do you think, Leeds?
About trading Bohm?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Again, it depends what you're getting in return. I'm not giving him away for nothing.
Well, he would probably bring you back the biggest return, wouldn't you think?
I would think so, because guys like Otto Kemp, he's more unproven.
How about Bryson Stott? Would you think about moving him?
So I have his stats up right here. Can you guess what he's batting in the past month?
Who?
Average-wise? Bryson Stott.
Oh, in the past month?
Last 30 games.
230.
I wish. 194.
No way. Well, let's see. His overall batting average is
239.
239
with 4 homers. He still has a patient at bat pretty much every time he goes up there, but he doesn't have results to show for it.
So this is the second year now that he's underachieved.
Yeah, and that's why Stott's in a weird position where I don't know what you would get for him in return. I mean, he's a solid player for what he is. He still has years on him, but
arguably a Gold Glover at second base, even though he hasn't won one yet. But his defense is never a question over there.
Yeah,
I don't know. You don't think the Phillies get anything in return for him?
I think they could get something solid. I don't know if they can get as much for a guy like Bohm, who's been an All-Star again, has those high moments. Alec Bohm, I think, again, back to trading him possibly. It's just we know it's not sustainable with Alec Bohm. His success comes in waves, and that's the issue.
I agree with that, Leeds. And we'll ask Tommy Greene on the other side.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We'll go on the mound. On the other side of this break, we're going to go on the mound with Tommy Greene. How about last week, Danny? He thought I was going to jump in. We were broadcasting live at the Steel Pier in Atlantic City for the War at the Shore. And we're literally right on the edge of we're right up against the end of the pier. And he says, Billy, don't jump off into the Atlantic Ocean.
You are a flight risk to jump off that pier. I mean, you got, what were you, 100 feet out into the ocean on that pier?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate you couldn't get those boat races
1,000 feet. 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, even worse.
We're out over the ocean. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. We love La Scala's, and they're going to be opening up soon in the Ocean Casino. La Scala's, you want to get down there. Now, La Scala's in Brigantine opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza and their daily specials. Eat in or take out at La Scala's are located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Blue Jays, NBA Finals. Football at 4, Jeff Mosher, Monday mailbag. Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City, our unsportsmanlike moment of the day, and more. It's all coming up Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again. Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Son Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen Report.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, and, of course, my daughter Eliza Grace is in here with us on Father's Day. We want to send a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It's a great day to spend with your family, and wish the weather was a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a shame there's not much you can do on days like this, but, spend it with your father. Have a good time.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe I'll play a little Uno a little later on the porch with
there you
AG.
go.
All right, last week, Tommy Greene didn't want me to jump in the Atlantic because I was all upset. We were broadcasting live at the Steel Pier, and things have turned around a little bit. It's week by week. You know how Tommy goes game by game, right?
Yep.
Don't get too low when things are going too bad. Don't get too high when things are going great. So now it's time to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the Locker Room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the Locker Room our good friend, Tommy Greene. Good morning, T.
Good morning, guys. Happy Father's Day to you all, dads.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the guys out there. Hey, Tommy, man, I got to tell you, I so enjoy having you on every Sunday because you calm me down. We are on such a roller coaster ride, but I guess that's what baseball is nowadays, right?
Yeah, if it was that easy, you'd be playing. So
he got you with that one, Schreiner.
It's the ebbs and flows, man. You got to ride the wave. You're just hoping the waves are not 10-footers and they're just the rolling waves,
right.
little 2-footers. You know what I mean? When you go through bad stretches, but that's the nature of the beast a little bit. This team just seemed to be they're back and forth a little bit, but it's about getting hot at the right time, and we know that. And we just hope they can find that momentum at the right time, and kind of stretch it out and turn those that one couple weeks ago when they went through that that bad stretch.
5 in a row?
Yeah. Well, they don't do that much. Anymore, really.
Right.
We can't afford to lose 9 out of 10. That puts you behind the 8 ball later in the season a little bit, and we just need to be a little bit more consistent in things. We're beat up a little bit too, so we got to find a way. Some guys, we're finding out what we got a little bit with some guys, a little bit different roles, guys coming up, and hopefully they can keep us in the next man up attitude and bring some things to the team that adds a little bit of spark and does some things, So that's just baseball. That's the way it goes.
You're looking at the Phillies' record. We're 3.5 games behind the stinking Mets. We're 41-29. That's pretty good. But Tommy, I remember I think you told me this. Like, for every guy that's in the playing professional sports, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, or ice hockey, for every guy, if you make it to that level, you have the ability. It's just being consistent. Like let's look at Kirkring. You look at Kirkring, he was struggling earlier, right? But now Kirkring is like in 18 appearances since May 1st. In that span, he's posted a 0.56 ERA. What happened to him? Like, how do you all of a sudden find it, Tommy?
Well, it's a lot of it's just confidence and things. When you get out and have a successful night, you kind of run with it. It's being a reliever. You have to have a short memory. Or you're not going to be around long. If you're dwelling on the negatives all the time, and which you tend to look at it, that way a little bit. You find that's just busting on you a little bit. You find some, that's sort of our job a little bit. That gives us something to talk about. Right. But if you dwell on them, how are you supposed to be and look at the bright side and be positive and move forward and learn from your mistakes? And that's what's the thing. I think he started putting together things a little bit to help him
because he's got the talent, right? He's got the talent.
He's got great. He's got velocity. He's got an outstanding breaking ball. It's all about maybe not getting down into a pattern a little bit, and not missing over the plate as much. That's the thing. He's getting a little more consistent at what he's doing. You go through those times where you kind of get out of whack a little bit. Being a starter, you get out of whack in a game, you find yourself out of game, and you're not pitching for another 5 days. He might have to pitch tomorrow night. You know what I mean? So he's got to forget about that. It's a tough job, and that's what makes a good reliever a good reliever. Pitching with Mitch Williams, he was one of those guys. He said you just have to. The key to it, you just got. I'm out there again tomorrow. I'm last night or tonight's gone. I got to prepare myself for tomorrow already. It was that type of thing. So I think he's done a good job of that. The maturation process, seeing him come up the last couple of years, the roles they put him in and kind of walking him in and getting in more high leverage situations. Hopefully one day he can take the bull by the horns and finish a lot of these games off because he's got the stuff to do it with.
Right.
But it all depends on the command. The command, is he going to be the command, a closer? You have to have that command. You know what I mean? So,
Tommy, I want to ask you about Jesus Luzardo. He went from a true Cy Young threat in the National League with a 2.15 ERA as early as
All-Star appearance was on his. He was going ahead to the All-Star game
as recently as May 25th, and then obviously had the 2 bad starts, 20 earned runs and 5 2/3 innings pitched. And obviously the Phillies pitching staff, Caleb Cotham and everyone over there, kind of had a feeling that he was tipping his pitches, and even his teammates, even Luzardo did, because it seemed like the Brewers and the Blue Jays were just mashing everything he threw. I'm not sure if you got a chance to see his last start this Wednesday against the Cubs, but he goes out, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run with 10 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Do you think this was just a blip on the radar for Luzardo and he's back, or should we be concerned about him moving forward?
Well, I'm not concerned. It's all about health. If he's healthy, I'm not concerned with it because it's all about stuff. And the thing about I went through sort of the same situation, not in the big leagues though, in the minor leagues where one of my coaches that come over, he was a veteran guy from the big leagues that come down. It was named by the name of Johnny Grubb. He used to play, for Detroit and the Texas Rangers back in the day. He come down when I was in AAA, and he was calling my pitches from the dugout. And he told me. I was tipping, but that's their job. They're trying. Everybody in the dugout's trying to pick up something to, if they can see something, and the guys want to know. That's what happens sometimes. Was I watching Luzardo to see if he was tipping and analyzing him like that? No, but it can happen where guys pick up on things, like that. He had 2 back-to-back starts like that, and it was 2 separate teams. So, obviously, I don't know if all of them picked up on something like that, but I think he got over the plate a little bit. Not all the pitches were like that, but I think they might have could have picked up on something like that and did that, because to see him hit like that with that type of stuff is, to give up that many runs is it's tough. But that one outing, everything happened so quick, it was hard to get somebody ready, so to speak. And it sort of hung out to dry. That's why he gave up so many runs in that game.
Right.
So, but it's good to see him kind of correct the ship a little bit to get that confidence back in, because he missed a lot of bats. So I was at the game, that day. So I was walking around and watching the best I could. So it was glad to see him get back on track, in that right direction, pointing that ship in the right direction. So obviously they found something. They gave him a little boost of confidence, and the thing, and now I hope he's just. It's hard to repeat what he did so early in the season, because it's like it's hard. Guys that do that. You're looking at the elite of the elite, and he's got the stuff to be that. So now it's all about the consistency thing. So hopefully, he gets on that good train again and going down the track, and because we need stuff like that. We had a good week pitching and really swinging the bat, average wise and stuff. Too, we're in the top of the league in some categories like that. So that's how we had a 4-2 week rather than less than a 1-5 week. So.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. So a lot of the talk surrounding the Phillies as of late has been looking towards the trade deadline and what Dave Dombrowski's going to do with this roster. Obviously, it seems like they could use a lot of help in a couple key areas. Mainly, the talks have been around center field and the bullpen. And I was wondering what you think the Phillies' biggest priority should be going into this trade deadline. Do you think it's looking after some bullpen arms to shore up this bullpen, or looking more towards like a center field replacement?
Well, I think like that, because you look at the numbers. Look who had the best week average wise. Hitting. So it was Brandon Marsh. Yeah, he hit over 600 for the week. So our talent's there. It's about the guys waking up and doing it.
Right.
It was sort of disappointing. Yesterday, what was it? We won the game the way we won to go 3-2 or whatever it was. We had 4 hits.
Yeah, that's nice. It was 3-2. We had 4 hits.
But sometimes you got to. They basically sort of gave it to us a little bit. And they hit a couple guys, walked a couple guys, wild pitch. Doing all kind of crap. But it's about taking. It's about however you win a game, you win a game. But the things I think we have to have guys that starting to wake up and start and swing the bat. You got to win games some ways that you do it. And right now, I'd rather be a little lucky than good. So to speak. I'll take that luck all day. With that. So that gets the mojo going in the right direction, because winning makes you happy. You feel good about yourself a little bit. You can take pride in your defense, when you're not, say to speak, swinging the bat good. And I think that's a key thing. But trade deadline wise, I don't think you ever can have enough pitching. So if there's somebody available, to help the bullpen and stuff out, I think that would be outstanding.
Yep.
And but I think the talent is there. It's about just getting on that streak, man. Is one guy going to make that big of a difference? We got to get our guys healthy. Right. We got to get Harper back. And because he changes the way guys get pitched in front of him and behind him. So that's the thing. He might not be swinging the bat good, but still that threat's there. You know what I mean? So. That's a huge thing.
And by the way, Brandon Marsh is hitting 254. He was down at 091, so he's come a long way.
I'm telling you, man. All right. Just leave him alone a little bit. Let him keep working.
All right, Zach Wheeler's on the hill today. And Zach Wheeler, man, he's got 101 strikeouts. He's 4th in the league behind Gore, Sale, Webb, Mackenzie Gore, Chris Sale, Logan Webb, and then Wheeler's fourth. But Wheeler's fourth. He's got 101, and after today, he could possibly get up to at least second place. But you
look at him; he's probably a start behind because he was out because his family situation.
Well, he's 6-2, 6-2 with a 2.85 ERA. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
That's
He
all-star.
misses bats. You miss bats. That shows you about the stuff that guys have. You know what I mean? You look at the top of that. Top of the people with strikeouts like that. They got finished. They got something that they finish guys off with. They miss bats. The game's changed a little bit more now. I think guys, it doesn't really bother them as bad to strike out. You know what I mean? Back in the day, guys took pride at putting balls in play. I mean, not striking out. And that was the thing. You put a ball in play, you can be hurt. There could be a bloop, broken bad hit, whatever, but you take big swings and stuff like that. Sometimes guys strike out a lot. But to have a guy that can put guys away like that's a huge thing, in situations. So it's as a pitcher, that's, when you get to that level and you got that mojo going he's got, it's a pretty exciting day at the ballpark to watch him pitch. It's good to have that problem every fifth day that the Phillies got, having Zach Wheeler pitching.
I think you're right about that. He's lights out. All right, Tommy Greene, as always, we really appreciate you. Happy Father's Day. I'm sure Wendy's going to do something special for you tonight. Cook you a nice dinner.
Just being with her special. That makes it a great Father's Day.
That keeps you in line.
That's a smart man right there. A smart comment by a smart man.
All right, Tommy, as always, we appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
You got it, pal.
There he is. On the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Is sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from The Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them The Locker Room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
And 6/22/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
The way that sunlight plays upon her hair. All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. Of course, happy Father's Day out there. I got my daughter in here with me, Eliza Grace, and my other daughter, Andrea, just texted me down from, she's in Florida. She said, happy Father's Day on the radio, Dad.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. Man, I love this song. This is one of my favorites. Turn it up a little bit, Dan. Good vibrations, man.
We're bringing nothing but good vibrations on this gloomy Father's Day. But you know what? We're not going to let the gloomy rain get to us. We're going to bring good vibrations.
Give me a good vibration. You got the starting lineup, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good vibration. It's a bit of a funky vibration for sure. So leading off, Trey Turner playing shortstop. Batting second, Kyle Schwarber, but playing left field today. Batting third, Alec Bohm playing third base. Batting fourth, Nick Castellanos. He's the DH today. Batting fifth, Max Kepler in right field, not left. Batting sixth, JT catching. Batting seventh, Bryson Stott at second. Batting eighth, Otto Kemp at first. And then rounding things out at the 9 spot, Brandon Marsh in center.
It's funny because when you say JT Realmuto, I just laugh because like my daughter's age, Elijah Grace, her friend lives right around the corner from JT Realmuto, and they see him all the time.
I know we brought this up earlier in the season, but do you extend him? I mean, his defense is still elite.
I know.
And his ability to call a game is very undervalued with this team. I mean, there's a reason that rotation's so good.
I just wish he could
But he
hit.
can't hit,
Yeah,
man.
You know what I mean,
it's such a shame because I mean we go back 2 years ago he was very consistent.
Even if he batted like 256 but got clutch timely hits.
I would take 250 with 15 bombs, 60 ribbies. That's all. And he could swipe 15 bags for you if you wanted. That's all you need. But
right now he's batting 237.
Yeah,
He's only got like 4 home runs? I don't know, 4 or 5 home runs.
That's another thing. The home run ball.
How many home runs do you have?
5.
5 home
So
runs.
237, 5 homers, 26 ribbies, 4 stolen bases. In the past month, he's batting.
That's another thing. He's one catcher that can move.
I know.
He can steal bases.
He's a
for you.
speedy guy. I mean,
so he's got everything, but he's consistent batting average.
Yeah, and he's 34, man. Like
Right.
he's only gonna decline from here, unfortunately.
and his market will still, his market is going to be, there's going to be demand for him.
So is he an unrestricted free agent?
Yeah,
at the end of the year?
he's done after this year. Batting .234 in the past month. Recently, in the past week, he's batting .320.
What would you do, Leeds? If you were to put your GM hat on Duck Dynasty,
if I was putting my GM hat on, I was David
Grindy
Dombrowski
called you
making this
Duck
call.
Dynasty.
I would give him at most like a 1 or 2 year deal. I wouldn't be able to
You'd
give him
bring
that
him
long term security.
You bring him back?
I would consider it for like a 1 or 2 year short term because I do think he still has maybe one good year in it. Like
Would you
good
bring him back?
defensive year.
It's
Not
so
long
tough
term.
because the window's closing and you don't want to add another hole to this team, but it's not like he's really a sure thing at catcher right now
Leeds,
outside of his ability to
Marchand's
call
got
a game.
he's good defensively.
He's good defensively, but he brings even less offensively.
Yeah, but we don't know because he didn't play on a regular basis.
And he's not as good at calling a game with these pitchers. He's not as familiar with these pitchers.
Well, all right, but if he's playing every day, he would.
Let's do 1 year deal plus a team option. I'd do that.
That's around the ballpark I would do. I wouldn't bring back anything more.
Would he do that?
Probably
That's what I
not.
don't
That's what I'm
think.
saying because
Yeah.
he's still going to have demand. His market will still be, fruitful. So.
All right, hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2 ahead, we'll continue with more Phillies talk. We'll get a little Eagles talk, NBA and NHL championships, draft. Of course, Tully, Banta-Cain at the bottom of the second hour. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
For over 135 years, First Bank of Sea Isle City has proudly served Cape May County with a commitment to maintaining a hometown feel. We provide secure, convenient deposit and loan products every day. We're more than just a bank. We're a trusted community partner, offering personalized banking solutions that make life easier for local families of all ages. First Bank of Sea Isle City. Look for our lighthouse in your neighborhood and discover what makes us different.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take a boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
What? All the budget has to be used now? And we can use all the media buy?
Javier's marketing firm just got its dream funding.
Okay, ideas. Bobbleheads? No. T-shirt cannon? I seriously need some help here.
He needs to find marketing managers who are worth every dollar.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sponsoring a job on Indeed gives it a visibility boost so you can hire faster. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Spend an evening rocking out as The Machine performs Pink Floyd on Saturday, September 6th in the showroom at Golden Nugget, Atlantic City. The show features a diverse mix of Pink Floyd's extensive 16-album repertoire, complete with faithful renditions of popular hits as well as obscure gems. Join The Machine as they continue to celebrate the music of Pink Floyd on Saturday, September 6th in the showroom at Golden Nugget. Visit Ticketmaster.com to purchase tickets.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy. How you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein in my locker room, a youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds right here. Of course, Eliza Grace is with me here in the locker room on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And it's a little dreary, rainy day. I wonder if they're hopefully get the ball game in today, right? Phillies go for the sweep.
Yeah, it'd be great. I mean, what's better than spending a day at the ballpark, on Father's Day? I mean, hopefully the weather holds. I don't know. Is it supposed to rain at all?
Let me check AccuWeather.
Check out the AccuWeather forecast. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk with Tully Banta-Cain, two-time Super Bowl champion. He's bringing that beach football league to Wildwood. Of course, Wildwood's got big beaches. Yesterday, we talked to the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Steve Stocks, but there's so much going on, and we'll talk to Tully Banta-Cain at the bottom of the first hour. He'll talk to us about the new date. Remember, they were supposed to do it last week. And it was rained out because it rained pretty heavily last weekend, and it's postponed to August 9th, which I think is a better date anyway because it's in the middle of summer.
Yeah, it's a little, it'll be pretty hot by then. It'll be perfect weather
Tons
for
of
some
people on
beach
the
football.
beach.
Gonna dive into the water afterwards, get a little swim in.
So I don't know if you guys saw the article that I posted on 97.3ESPN.com because we had Rick Tockett on yesterday, but I posted that picture of my brother Bobby and I and Scott Mellenby and Rick Tockett. We played 2-on-2 beach football.
Yeah.
On the sand. Did you see how sandy we were?
Yeah, it's a great
we were hot, and the best thing is to jump in the ocean and get all that sand off you, but it cools
you never truly
off.
get all of it off because you got that black sand.
Yeah, it's all. But we were like, and I told this story yesterday, like it was me and Talk against Bobby and Scotty Scooter Mellenby, and I threw the ball high. Talk went up to get it. My brother was all Group 3 safety playing football. He took Talk out low. He hit him in the ankles, and he did a complete somersault in the air, landed. Talk it up, wanted to beat my brother up.
Risking his career. I don't blame him, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So beach football is cool. We'll talk to Tully Banta-Cain, two-time Super Bowl champion. And he's been in Wildwood getting this thing all set up, so I can't wait to talk to Tully.
Yeah, awesome.
The Phillies, the Philadelphia Phillies, anything we need to finish on?
The deadline stuff, I feel like we harped home pretty well. It's just a matter of Dave Dombrowski making the move. We know what this team needs. Other than that, though, it's really just a matter of the guys you have now that are going to stay here after the deadline, hopefully producing.
See, here's the thing that I keep in my head. Like I said, I've known Talk, and I've talked to the chief and about they're professional athletes. Guys, anybody that you see in the bigs, they are great athletes. There's probably 10 people behind them that could have been in their position, but for whatever reason, the coaches didn't like them. They were bad people, like they got arrested or something, or injuries. Something prevented them to get to the bigs. So the person that you see in the bigs, they're all great athletes. They're all capable. Like Ryan Kirker, he was in a slump. He was horrible. It's not because his talent was. It's just he like Tommy Greene said, he had to be consistent or be fine.
So streaky.
Yeah,
That's the problem
streaky.
with this team.
So they're all good athletes.
Yeah, and they're all going up against the other bests in the world
that's exactly
on a nightly basis. So
yeah.
I remember the old quote from Brian Scalabrine, who was nothing more than like a end-of-the-bench NBA player his whole career. We're saying, people would always talk trash on him, like fans.
Right.
And he said to them, like, I'm closer to LeBron James than you are to me.
Right.
So don't get it twisted. They are professional athletes.
Exactly, Lee. That's put very well. I thought that was great.
I do want to say one thing, and it pertains to the offense. I'm all for small ball. Because, what has this team lacked over the past couple of years, specifically in the playoffs? Small ball. But it's becoming a concern that this team really can't hit for power. I know Bryce is down, and he's your second source of power right behind Kyle Schwarber. But guess who the third leading home run getter right now is on the Philadelphia Phillies?
Third?
Yeah. goes Schwarber, then Bryce. Schwarber's got 22. Bryce has 9. Guess who's third in the Phillies in home runs?
Boehmer or Kepler.
Kepler.
Kepler, 8.
Kepler with 8. And guess how many home runs he has in the past month?
3.
Yeah. With a 170 average. That's not good, Billy.
And I'm not even looking at his screen. That's
spot
on
on
top of my head, fellas.
Got to applaud the father for that one on Father's Day. It's the Father's Day match.
Come on, fellas.
But I mean, like, take a look at a guy like Castellanos, batting 280, having a decent year, but he's singling guys to death right now.
Right.
And his average is dipped.
But like you just said, remember, we needed small ball. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe the guys are making not a concerted effort, but maybe they're just trying to get the ball in play. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know.
I don't hate that, but you need a good mix, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The balancing is off again because now instead of Casty should be a guy. I mean, obviously it's great to get small ball and get those singles, but I mean, we need more home run production
we need more
out of a guy like him.
So aren't we a little?
I mean,
like we're like damned if you do, damned if you don't. We're like
last
year last couple of years we had all this power and it got us nowhere. Now we're complaining that we don't have enough power.
We might sound like hypocrites. I'll stand here and say we might, but at the same time, I mean, like I just mentioned, Kepler's got 3 home runs in the past month. 2 came in the past 2 days. Two came in the past 2 days. So you mean to tell me a guy who, before this Blue Jays series, had 1 home run in the past month, and he was the 3rd leading home run getter on this team? It's just you can't commit completely to small ball and have no home run.
We're missing Harper. Like Tommy Greene just said, having Harper in the lineup protects people in front of him and behind him.
But even with Harper, I mean, who do you have behind him?
Well, he
power-wise. It's nobody.
No. Castellanos.
They need to get, and I know it's going to cost a lot. It'll probably cost Abel, Crawford, and maybe another prospect, maybe some cash, but they need to get another right-handed bat in this lineup. And I hate to.
Who's the polar bear for the Mets?
Pete Alonso. They won't move him.
I know, but we could have him. He was a free agent at the end of the year.
He probably didn't want to come to Philly, but I hate to keep bringing him up, but.
You know what? These guys want to go where the money is.
If Rhys Hoskins is cheap enough, you might have to make a move.
Would you bring him back, Leedsy?
I would consider it. It depends what we're giving. I'm not giving up anything crazy for Rhys, but
I'd give up like Crawford, and it's so tough because he'd be a rental, and they're not going to re-sign him.
That's what's tough. And like I love Rhys. Rhys was always one of my favorite guys on the team. I love the energy he brings, even though his production sometimes was
There's nothing better than that bat spike, man.
Yeah, I mean I can watch that a million times.
I can watch it and get the chills too, right?
Yeah, Rhys Lightning, baby.
Problem is, he's so streaky again too. I mean, when he played us in Philadelphia, he was batting like
and that's why he spiked the bat because people were getting on him.
So that was a couple weeks ago, right? When he came to Philly with the Brewers, he was batting like around 280, 285 at that point. He's batting 244 right now.
Is he really?
So now he's on one of those cold.
So he plays well against the Phillies, but when then he goes out against other teams, he slacks off.
He's not the answer, but I'm not sure what the answer is, to be honest with you.
Let's talk a little NBA and a little NHL.
All right.
I've been watching the NHL playoffs. Guys, I got to tell you, and a lot of people, I have friends of mine that live in Florida are breaking my stones because I'm for Edmonton. I want Edmonton to win the cup, but Brad Marchand, is that a guy, when we talk about villains and someone you love to hate, I can't stand Marchand.
Yeah.
But guess what? Guess what? I'd like to have him on my team.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can't argue against the talent that he has. I mean,
that little pesky little, you know what? I like, if I was on the ice with him, I'd be dropping my gloves with that cat every time. But if he's on my team, I'm celebrating, man.
Yeah,
he's a kind of, because I didn't like Bryce Harper when he was with the Nationals.
Yeah, he had a bit of an attitude. He was a bit of a diva over in Washington as well. But
right?
We did get the matured version of Bryce Harper, but I agree. I didn't like him. Yeah, I'll tell you, we talked about it to start the show. I really do hope that if McDavid and the Oilers can come back from a 3-2 deficit with no goalie, with no true solidified goalie, that'll be insane. And we saw it last year. I mean, what did they come back from, 3-1 or was it 3-0 last year?
They came back all the way to Game 7.
Yeah, what is it? Why can't these guys win on their home ice?
I don't know.
It's strange,
I mean,
man.
like Florida's so Edmonton could go down there. I think the game's on. What's today? Today's Sunday. Game's on Tuesday.
Yes.
In Florida, if the Edmonton Oilers can win in Florida, because I think that's a tough mountain to climb.
Yeah,
they're down. Edmonton's down 3-2. They got to go back to Florida for Game 6.
Yeah, it's a long flight. You got to sit there with that loss. It's going to ruminate.
And they got Kachuk. I mean, they got so many guys. Florida, Ekblad. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. I just can't stand them.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about the Florida Panthers.
I don't know what it is either.
Bob Rotsky, he was a flyer.
Yeah.
Why is it that everybody we trade away, no matter what sport, they come back and they turn into all-stars.
The Philadelphia curse, baby. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it, but you're right. I mean, and everyone that you trade for that was an all-star or a good talent comes over here and plays that much worse. So
the only exception I can think of is like Ben Simmons, I guess. I mean, he didn't do much after this.
You saw that decline from a mile away. So, yeah, I mean, Al Horford goes to the Celtics. He immediately becomes good again after coming to Philadelphia. And granted, they probably didn't use him right.
Who's on the OKC? That was
Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe.
I never supported that, by the way.
But he had a great game the other day.
Yeah, I know. I never supported cutting him. Doc Rivers is an absolute clown. I mean, this team needs shooting around Ben Simmons.
And we get rid of Isaiah Joe. He's in the NBA championship.
You cut like a 21-year-old sharpshooting prospect that he had in the G League. Granted, he wasn't proven yet, but he just needed a shot and some minutes, and he did that and got that over in OKC. Unbelievable.
And, I used to hate the Oilers, obviously, when the Flyers played the Oilers in 85 and 87. We talked about this with Rick Tocchet. That was one of the best Stanley Cup. You think about the Flyers were all hurt. They were like playing the best team, probably one of the best teams in the history of the NHL.
Yeah.
Edmonton Oilers, they take them to Game 7 with, like, completely hurt.
Yeah,
they almost won that series.
It would have been incredible if they were able to pull it off. Obviously, Edmonton being one of those greatest teams of all time, it didn't work out. But the Flyers, you couldn't argue their like grit and toughness, man. I mean,
and now I'm pulling for the Edmonton Oilers. I just don't like the Florida Panthers. I don't know what it is. I just don't like
something about it. It's just the Florida hockey. It's
like when they have a parade, they don't know where do they go. Where are they going down the streets of Hollywood, Florida? Like, where do they go?
Well, when they went up 3-0,
we got Broad Street.
When they went up 3-0 in the first period, what was it? What was last night? Game 4.
Game
5.
Game 5.
So Game 4, they went up 3-0 in the first period, and those fans started to leave during the second period. Like, this one's over with.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That was. We talked about that yesterday. The fans, they were caught on TV leaving, and as they were opening the door to walk out, they hear a big roar. Florida ties it up with 20 seconds to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't make it up, man.
They turn around. What do we miss?
It reminds me of the Miami Heat fans leaving before Ray Allen hit that 3 against the Spurs. I mean, they were flooding that overtime after. Like, let us back in.
Right, must feel like a real loser.
They're fake fans over there anyways.
That's right. They're fake fans.
The past couple seasons when the Sixers would play them in the postseason, I mean, it would be, 30 minutes after tip-off, and the stands still wouldn't be full. It's like, what are we doing here? This is playoff basketball.
This is what I always loved Philadelphia fans. I will never forget it when I was a little kid. The Eagles stunk from like 1961 till like 1978 when Dick Vermeil finally, and even when they first made the play. I used to go to Franklin Field to see the Eagles. They were not only bad, they were horrible. They were god-awful. Guess what? Sold out.
Yeah. Philly's different, man.
Philly's got fans. Like Florida Panther fans, they leave. They're fair weather. Guess what? Dallas Cowboy fans, same thing. When the Cowboys were 1-15, I went down there. When Randall Cunningham was playing for the Eagles, I went down to Dallas with the bet man. We go down to Dallas. The stadium was half full, half empty, however you want to refer to it.
I mean, not every city can be Philadelphia. I mean, we bleed this city. We bleed these teams.
This whole area, flocks. They were a sellout last night.
Yeah.
Phillies were.
Do you think it's because of the lack of a presence for college sports teams? Is that why we're so passionate and ride so hard for our professional sports teams?
It could be part of it.
It could be part of it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
So that's the thing, like Texas is a huge high school and
like
college
down south,
football town.
they might not go as hard for the professional sports teams because huge college.
Well, I maintain that the
cities.
reason why Florida fans they're transient. They're not. Mostly people are from somewhere else that move to Florida. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not an actual connection to the state.
New York people
cities.
are New York people. You're gonna get the faithful there. Chicago, same thing. L.A. L.A. can be even transient. If you think about it.
And even New York to a degree, but most of New York is pretty.
But Florida, Georgia, they're all transient.
A little bit of NBA news. The Memphis Grizzlies, as of 2 minutes ago, are trading Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 unprotected first-round picks and 1 first-round pick swap. Desmond Bane's good. I don't know if he's 2 players plus 4 unprotected first-round picks and 1 pick swap good.
I mean, he's a great fit with like Paolo Banchero and Wagner. I like the fit for Orlando, but that package is ridiculous. I thought you were going to say Kevin Durant got traded for 4 first-round picks.
That was the trade I was expecting to see. Can you imagine now what a guy like KD or Giannis goes for if they get traded this offseason? My Lord.
Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away away from Ocean City, it's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors is named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver McCann Appraisers for all your real estate appraisal needs. Call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial, residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Blue Jays, NBA Finals. Football at 4, Jeff Mosher, Monday mailbag. Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City, our unsportsmanlike moment of the day, and more. It's all coming up Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sip, savor, and fiesta at the Agave Tequila and Mezcal Festival at the Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City on July 24th. Celebrate International Tequila Day and enjoy a tasting experience featuring over 150 tequilas and mezcals from renowned and emerging brands, complemented by delicious food and live music from Stealing Savannah and DJ Aaron K. Premium access and general admission tickets are available now at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Bet with your head, not over it. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Hey, then everybody be surfing like California. Hey, all right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, the youth movement back. Guys, the Philadelphia Eagles wrapped up their mini camp, and we won't see the Eagles now until training camp. They got 5 weeks off.
Yeah, essentially. It's pretty close to that.
But there's one fella that's chirping a little bit.
Salty.
A little salty.
A little jealous.
But I got to tell you, if you think about what he said, and we're talking about GJ. What's his name?
Gardner Johnson.
CJGJ. I can't even say it, right? He's chirping, saying things. And Leeds, what was he saying that the Eagles?
Essentially, yeah, he went on Twitch, which if you don't know is a live stream. Yeah, he plays video games on live and interacts with his fans a little bit. And I don't know exactly how it even came up, but I mean he loves to talk. And eventually,
he always loves to talk about the Eagles, man.
Yeah, eventually at one point
I would
he essentially
be a little pissed that they got rid of me.
Yeah, I get it to a degree, but I mean, at this point, it's been months at this point. You think he would have moved on, but he essentially said that
he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. You don't want to leave the Eagles' nest.
I wonder what he did.
So what did he say, Leeds?
He essentially said that pretty much the Eagles, they're not going to get another one without him. He said they're not going to do it again. They're not going to repeat that without him. It was, he didn't go super into depth into it, but he just said simply, they're not going to get another one without me.
I hate to say this, Leedsy, but I kind of like the fact that he's salty like this. It provides some color. It provides. Look, we can talk about it, but it also adds fire to the team. Listen. It's never easy to get traded. I don't like when Taka got traded to Pittsburgh. He was pissed. His feelings were hurt. He left the place where he loved, but then he goes and wins 3 Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
So CJGJ said this exact quote, the Eagles probably won't see a ring without me. Y'all saw what happened when I left. I'm popping now, and I'm glad I'm in Texas. He also went on to say he will win 3 more Super Bowls. So
I don't know if
that's a pretty
true.
bold,
quite confident
proclamation there.
Exactly like he's Brian Dawkins out here.
Hey, guess what, Danny? These guys all have egos. They wouldn't be where they are without it.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this CJGJ,
we're gonna ask Tully Banta-Cain. 2-time Super Bowl champion. Talk about Super Bowls. He'll know.
I was very upset when they traded him, too. I mean, I don't know what he did. Obviously, Fangio said in his presser that it was a salary cap thing and that he trusted Howie to do whatever he has to do. He must have done something and crossed some sort of line.
There's got to be something.
I mean, CJ himself, when Fangio said that quote, he said something about it being
he said
essentially
BS.
calling it a lie. Yeah, so... Which if that's the case, then what did you do, CJ? Because there's no other reason.
We're laughing at it. We're talking about it. Guess what? He's sour. I would be pissed off if I won a Super Bowl. He probably loves playing here, right? Mm-hmm. And something happened. We're not privy to it.
I mean, he admitted it during the parade at his speech that the first time he got, he didn't come back to Philly, he cried.
Yes.
Like he loves the city, loves this fan base.
How do you not?
And I think part of this, what he's doing now is those sour grapes about, getting traded from a team that he loves.
I'm friendly with Craig Berube, and I'm friendly with Talk. And I'm telling you, back in the day, they didn't like when they got moved. I know it.
So CJ also last week, I forgot about this, put on his Instagram story after the Fangio comments in his presser saying they traded him because of salary cap reasons. He put on his story on Instagram saying, I was a test dummy for them, so now they can be like, my scheme work or did my skill set. Or he goes, or did my skill set make it work? I had 0 issues. People had issues with me. So, yeah, let the salary cap be the excuse. And then he said, right after he put in the story, you can't program a dog, 100 emojis. So
how about that intercept?
Very confident.
How about that intercept? Was it against the Cow? Who did he intercept?
The pick six?
Yeah, was that against the Cowboys?
Dallas.
I mean, come on. He was wearing the Kelly Greens. That was a great play. That's a play that was that turned, that put a exclamation point on a great season.
Yeah, I mean, that was the game that clinched us the division.
Right.
I mean, no Jalen. Everyone was saying we shouldn't lose this game to the Cowboys, but Kenny Pickett's in. You never know what happens.
Right. And the defense steps up, and he's a big part of it. But that being said, you got ego. You have an ego. When you get traded, your feelings are hurt, man.
Yeah, I mean, he was
or you
good.
let go or whatever.
I was upset when they traded him. He was good. He brought a different swagger to that secondary they didn't have in 23. The biggest example I go back to is when we played the Niners in Philadelphia, and Debo and the entire Niners crew, they're surrounding James Bradbury, taunting him and stuff, and not one Eagles player came over to defend him.
Yeah.
CJGJ brought that, that chip on his shoulder.
He chirps like Brandon Graham.
Right.
He's got that. He was a leader on the defense.
He was a vocal leader.
Who was the game that he got thrown out of? Was it against the Raiders?
The Commanders.
The Commanders, yeah. I think it was the game Pickett came in, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was the game Hurts went
Then
down.
we watched Lascala's Beach House.
That's right. We were at Lascala's.
Yeah, where CJ got his helmet knocked off and then got ejected from the game.
Right.
I mean, the clip of him just being like, "What?"
So
Like-
they reprimanded him, and then after that, he was a great soldier the rest of the way.
Yeah. I mean, he was, an important part of a Super Bowl winning roster. And like we mentioned, I mean, obviously we made it to the Super Bowl with him in 2022, and then, he left, and we kind of fell apart in the second half of the season. So you
Never
never
easy
know.
getting traded, dude.
Do you think this defense is going to take a step back this season?
A little bit. Even if so last year they were the number 1 defense in the league. Even if they're top 6, that's still a good defense.
With this high-powered offense, that should be
Yeah,
good
that's
enough.
right. Because they're going to win games like 35-24,
I just worry about their edge rushers.
35-30,
Yeah, that's for
something
me.
like that.
Yeah.
The secondary, I mean, I think is still pretty strong. Obviously,
But I
losing
trust
CJ
Vic
Hurts.
Fangio leads.
I do. I trust Fangio. I think we might see a bit of a kind of like last season. The defense might get into a slow start. Might take them a bit to get into that stride of really performing at a high level. But I do think by the end of the season and go hopefully obviously to the playoffs, that defense will be locked in.
I
ready
think
to go.
I think the Eagles are in perfect shape to try to repeat. I really do.
So
and we'll ask Tully Banta-Cain about this because I'm telling you guys, when you get traded, you're pissed.
I want to play a real quick audio clip before we head to break and get to the interview with Tony. But this is the
Tully.
I'm sorry, Tully. This is the Exciting Mike's podcast, Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship's podcast. They had Zach Baughan on, and they were talking about really just the defense and what they expect in this upcoming season. Here it is.
They're repeating themselves.
I'll stop it there. But, I mean, for them to think they're miles ahead of where they were last season, and let's just be honest, we're the best defense in football last season. He goes to say it was our first year in the scheme. Imagine year 2, year 3. So they've got confidence as they should.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors is named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Ask for Will, JM, Jason. They do a great job. Lascala's Beach House. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza and their daily specials. Eat in or take out of Lascala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine, and they're going to be opening up a new joint in the Ocean Casino coming soon. That's lascalasbeachhouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with Tully Banta-Cain. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Text Tax season at Tom's River Volkswagen means we're paying the sales tax. Yeah, we've got over 1,000 vehicles on sale, and we're paying the sales tax. Tell that nasty old tax man to go straight to Tom's River Volkswagen or Tom'sRiverVW.com, because we're paying the sales tax.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around, with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Sip, savor, and fiesta at the Agave Tequila and Mezcal Festival at the Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City on July 24th. Celebrate International Tequila Day and enjoy a tasting experience featuring over 150 tequilas and mezcals from renowned and emerging brands, complemented by delicious food and live music from Stealing Savannah and DJ Aaron K. Premium access and general admission tickets are available now at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Bet with your head, not over it. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds. The young guys are here. Great song by the Beach Boys. Yeah. On August 9th, we're going to be on the beach in Wildwood for the BFL, the Beach Football League. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room 2-time Super Bowl champion, albeit with the New England Patriots, but we still love them. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room Tully Banta-Cain. Good morning, Tully.
Yo, yo.
What's up?
Good morning. Happy Father's Day, Billy.
Yes, happy
Thanks for
Father's
having me.
Hey, Tully, if you don't mind me asking, do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
I got 2.
All right.
2 that are 2 going on 21. You know what I mean?
Well, I have a 40-year-old and a 10-year-old.
40 and 10?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little spread apart there.
bit of an age gap.
Just a little bit.
Tully, what's happening, man?
Oh man, I'm excited, man. We got saved by the rain to move it back to August 9th. So yeah, we're excited for the postponement, but we're still gearing up for it. So
Tully, I gotta tell.
We got it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I think you lucked out because I like the August 9th date better.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we actually we're partnering with the Mud Hen. They have a beach baseball tournament happening that same weekend, so we're joining forces with them on our kids side. So we're going to have, it's now from the 8th to the 10th. We'll have our kids zone tryouts on the same beach, different location in front of the convention center. But the Beach Football League and all the adult beach football stuff will be happening in the same location on Schellinger Ave between Spicer and Lincoln. So So we're excited. It's going to be a great weekend.
Hey, Tully, I wrote every Friday I write an article for 97.3ESPN.com, and this week I posted a picture. Yesterday I had a former Flyer and the new head coach of the Flyers, Rick Talk, and back in the day, I'm friendly with Rick, and I don't know if you saw the picture, but we played 2-on-2 beach football with those guys. You see, we were completely sandy, and it was hot, and you get to jump in the ocean after you're done playing. Beach football is going to be fun, man. It's going to be great down there.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man. I mean, the weather should be nice that time of year. The full Maurice Piers is going to have the water park and the roller coasters going. We got a 4-day pass, or unlimited ride pass if you register for the event at beachfootballleague.com. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like Top Gun. It's like the movie Point Break.
Yeah.
It's like you, Billy. It's like you being out there on the beach, man. We're bringing it back to beach football. Come on.
I'm pumped up. Hey, Tully, I got to ask you, we're talking about CJGJ. What is it?
Yep, you got it.
I got it right. A former Eagle. Tully, it's never easy. I don't care what league you're playing in. As a professional athlete, you got pride. You guys got egos. It's tough when you get traded, right? Nobody wants to be traded.
No, and it's especially if you don't see the writing on the wall.
Right.
So if you got, the thing about being traded too is it's a knee-jerk move for you and your family.
Right.
Right. So you don't really have time to, good thing is happening in the off season, but it's a big adjustment for a lot of guys, and especially if you like where you're at.
So guys say like this, Tully, they go, oh, they understand it's professional sports is a business, and it is, but it's never easy getting traded.
Never.
I don't care who you are, right?
My rookie year, I mean, this is 2003 with the Patriots, and, we're gearing up for, a good run, and they trade Lawyer Malloy right in the end of training camp, and, nobody really seen it coming. He was like a core leader on the defense, and it's one of those things where, he had so much, fanfare, and he was a core guy on the team, so it just doesn't sit well sometimes when guys like that who are kind of a core part of the team get traded.
Yeah, because CJGJ, he was a leader. I mean, he had some big plays. He was a vocal leader. You guys, you get to that level, you get guys talking trash, and like we have guys like we had Brandon Graham and like vocal leaders. And then you take that away. I guess it's like a little deflating for the guys that are left on the roster, left on a team, right?
It's a little bit, but then you got to look at it on the flip side. Didn't they get Saquon Barkley in the trade?
Yeah, no. Well, they picked him up as a free agent.
Well, as a free agent, but I mean, regardless, it's one of those things where you get a guy that you may not think you're going to get in a trade situation. We got Randy Moss one year out of the blue, and sometimes you trade a guy, but then you get a guy in return. So it goes both ways.
Hey, Tully, tell us about how you sign up. I mean, you're going to have, before we do that, tell us about who's going to be there. You're going to have a lot of former NFL players down there, too, right?
Yeah, we got Deshaun Jackson coming, Clinton Portis, Malik Jackson, a few other guys I've reached out to now that we have some time. So it's going to be a lot of Eagles guys, some other former guys that played that might not be Eagles, but NFL guys. So it's going to be a great day out on the beach. We got monster trucks out there. We're going to have all kinds of prizes. Billy's going to be out there.
Yeah,
we got sun. Yeah, it's going to be going down, man. It's going to be a big day on the beach.
Hey, Tully, we're trying to get our own Dave Klemick. He used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to try to get Dave to come down here because he beat Devontae Hall in the Chiefs fastest man competition back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he still got it?
Nah, he said if he tried to run, he'd pull every hamstring that he has in his body.
Well, I mean, he could be an armchair quarterback. Just go out there and swing the ball.
I think he ran I want to say he ran a 4.4 40-yard dash, 4.47. As fast as
oh wow, okay, he can move.
Yeah, he can move. It was a wide
receiver.
It's a
little different on sand, but he could,
Hey,
that 4.4 is moving.
Hey, Tully, you're from California. Did you used to run in the high thick sand for to work out and stuff?
Yeah. I used to train in the sand and run on the dunes. So that's how you get that extra resistance in the off season, and it did translate. But then I think that's kind of how the idea of beach football hit me. Is I didn't see a lot of people playing beach football organized. And so, yeah, I think that the sand is definitely something that is a part of me from growing up in California, and now it's a part of me doing this beach football.
We're talking with a two-time Super Bowl champion Tully Banta-Cain. And Tully, you had 27 sacks in your career, 249 tackles. You had a pretty good career. You won 2 Super Bowls against our Eagles too. You beat the Eagles in 2004. I don't like that. I was at that game, Tully. Look, you got the last laugh. Is that what that is? Hey Tully, we were talking earlier about, and we have Tommy Greene on, former Phillies pitcher. When you get to the level of the NFL, every guy that you see on the field, there's about 5 or 6 guys that could have filled that position, but for whatever reason, injury, coaches didn't like you, contract holder. There's several guys that are good. They just didn't make it to the pinnacle, right? Right.
Hey, good morning, Tully. So obviously you were actually part of the great Patriot teams of the early 2000s, the actual last team before the Chiefs recently did to repeat Super Bowl victories. And obviously the Philadelphia Eagles over here are looking to do the same thing from their Super Bowl win, Super Bowl 59. And I just was curious, what do you think is some of the most important aspects to building a team that is gearing up to repeat for a second straight Super Bowl victory?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Tully Banta-Cain, tell us how people sign up for the Beach Football League in Wildwood for August 9th. You said you get a 4-day pass at Maury's. This is all pretty cool. All right, Tully, we are looking forward. We're going to be broadcasting live on that day on the beach, and then we'll, of course, do the play-by-play for you. Looking forward to it, Tully, as always. We appreciate you. Happy Father's Day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, there he is, Tully Banta-Cain. I'm telling you, I've never met him personally. We just talking on the phone, but I'm getting to know him and I'm getting to like him, and I can't wait to get down on the beach August 9th. It's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be an absolutely great time. I mean, who doesn't love playing some beach football in the summer?
Yeah, tackle beach football. You kidding me? It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And that's a great date. Like, I think the August 9th date is better. It's going to be hotter. There's going to be more people down there. Of course, you know how big the beaches are in Wildwood, man.
Yeah, it's a perfect for playing some pigskin, throwing the pigskin, having some space to actually run some routes. Because that's the problem sometimes with beaches. They're little, on the smaller side, you really only have like 1 or 2 routes that you can
nice.
Now you can go deep.
And it's nice flat sand, too, once you get past the initial sand. It's nice and flat good for beach football.
So you guys heard
fun.
Tully. It's never easy getting traded. Like,
no.
your ego, man. You get traded like DJ GJ. He's
GJ. Now you got me mixed up.
I get it.
CJ GJ.
You know what I'm saying. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You just it hasn't set well with him. He's pissed that he got traded.
Yeah, and like he kind of touched on.
But listen, I don't care. Leeds. He said he's happy he's in Houston. That's BS.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a partial truth. He could be happy that he's in Houston, but he's also, I think, more upset about the fact that he's no longer with the Eagles. And I think Tully touched on a good point when you don't see the writing on the wall. I don't know if CJ was expecting this coming from that, that parade where he was emotional.
You don't know if you, especially when you don't see it coming.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why CJ, I think it might have hurt a little worse, is because he just won a Super Bowl. He was on top of the world. He, was at the parade having a great time, and then 2 weeks later, he's traded.
That vision in my mind, all those guys smoking cigars.
Yeah.
With Jalen Hurts smoking
Pictured
a cigar.
CJ wearing the hoodie that he wore on that day, if you remember what it says.
I forget. You have to...
It's not exactly friendly.
Not radio friendly.
Yeah, well, you tell me on the break. I forget.
Regarding one Taylor Swift, it had to do with, but
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
by the way,
boy.
did you see Taylor and I was watching the game the other night?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were at the hockey game in the Stanley Cup in Florida.
Yeah, finding a way to get on TV even during the NFL
Is he
offseason.
turning Taylor Swift into a sports? She likes sports now. She likes going to.
I don't know, because I'm confused why I know he loves hockey. Like, he played hockky, I'm pretty sure, as a kid, but I don't think he's a Panthers or an Oilers fan.
They probably they're living in South Beach, probably. The off season. I'm sure they got a house down there.
He's just a puck lover. That's all it is.
That right?
He's turning Taylor Swift into a puckhead. That's it. That's all it is.
My daughter, she just went in the other room. My daughter loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I mean,
what little girl doesn't, though?
Well, guess what? So I'm a substitute teacher. One time I asked the kids that if they like Taylor Swift. Half of them said they don't like her. Half of them said they do.
I don't have a problem with her, Like, she kind of blew up when I was growing up, too. I never really liked her music.
I've listened to, there's 10 songs that I like.
Yeah,
she
doesn't make bad music.
The words are good.
I do think it's unfair the amount of hate that goes her direction when, the NFL constantly shows her during games. It's not her fault.
But Leeds, I think it's good for the NFL.
Yeah, I get why the NFL is doing it, and I don't. Regardless,
is it the NFL doing it, or is she just going to the games because she likes going because she loves Travis?
Yeah, that's all I think it is.
And are they going to get married?
I think so. And the NFL's using it as a good marketing opportunity. I mean, they'd be stupid not to. And you heard the guys, I forget their names, but from the Seaport Pier last week, they're from Kansas City, and they were saying that, or it wasn't Seaport Pier, I'm mixing it up. But anyways, they were saying that Taylor Swift does so much for the community over there in Kansas City. Like, she's been a saint over there doing stuff for...
Look at all the people that weren't even football fans, but because Taylor Swift is at the games, they're all into it now.
I know. Yeah, I mean, you're tapping into a whole new
fans,
right. You're tapping into a whole new demographic, though, and it's good for the sport. So at the end of the day, I mean, she's just going to support her boyfriend, but the NFL's leaning into it because she's, a multimillionaire megastar.
I like it. I mean, when the TV camera goes to her, I don't know. I kind of like it. It doesn't bother me. Let's put it that way.
I will say, though, for Jason's daughters, imagine having Taylor Swift as your aunt. That's going to be absurd.
Right?
That'll be crazy.
That'd be cool.
You grow up and realize who she is, and Taylor Swift is your aunt. Oh man.
Hey, did you hear Tully say about Eagles fans?
Yeah, he touched on that. Yeah, he dropped it in there a little safely. Just I didn't like him at the time.
I'm glad we made him uncomfortable.
yeah, he got the last laugh, like we said.
He did get the last laugh, and I mean, same with Gardner. I mean, he didn't get the last laugh, but
time will tell.
Time will tell.
Well, apparently he thinks he's going to. He's going to win 3 more Super Bowls, and we're not even going to sniff one, according to him. So,
all right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquor was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. Go down there and say hello to JM, Jason, Will, Chet. They do a great job. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
If a person is on a date, is it proper protocol that if one person gets their food first, they have to wait for the other person?
Yes.
I tend
because
to
if
agree.
you're on a date, you're trying to make a good impression. You don't want it to be that you're selfish and you're not considerate of the other person. Because that's what you're doing if you eat before their food gets there.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from The Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them The Locker Room sent you.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from The Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from The Locker Room sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
The Piccalilli Inn in Shamong invites you for fun times in the Pines on the Pic Patio. Stop by for the game and order up their world-famous wings, an ice cold beer, or fun selection of fresh-made cocktails on a sunny afternoon or by the fire under a starry night. Skip the lane chains. Get off the beaten path and take the trip to the family-owned Piccalilli Inn this weekend. Route 206, Shamong.
If you can't stop in, stop back. The Piccalilli Inn.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
They wear, and the Southern girls with the way they talk, They knocked me out. Whoa, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, and a very special someone, Eliza Grace Schweim, with me here in the locker room. What do you have? What are you saying to me? To your daddy again?
Happy Father's Day.
And AG, you've had a busy couple of weeks. You went to see your nephew, which is my grandson. They're older than she is. She's their aunt, and they're older than she is. That funny, it's like Modern Family.
Yeah.
But we saw Mark Father hit a grand slam. My grandson hit a grand slam.
There you go.
Right, AG? And then you went to 2 Phillies games? Where'd you sit? We sat in row 2 in the outfield. And she caught a base. What's that?
And then we also sat in third base.
But you caught a foul ball, or you caught a ball from one of the catchers, the bullpen catchers, right?
Yeah.
Telling you, I keep saying it. AG's having a banner year, man.
she
From
is.
everything she wins to straight A's.
Straight A's. She's doing great. My grandson hit a grand slam. He crushed the ball, man.
Yeah.
Can't beat
He's
that.
a lefty.
Nothing better than hitting a home run. I didn't do many of that in my baseball playing days, mostly in practice. But when you connect, you barely even feel it.
I
man.
only hit 1 home run in my whole Little League career. I mean, I was a shortstop. I let off, so I wasn't a power hitter.
Right.
I had a good average and everything. I got on base, but I didn't
sure
have
you
a lot
did.
of pop.
Yeah.
I have a lot of pop in my bat.
Let's see the footage.
Hey, great weekend for the locker room, man. Rick
Yes,
Tockett
sir.
was on, Tommy Greene,
Yeah.
Tully, Banta-Cain. Week before that, we had the Chief on.
Phillies are finally starting to win a
Phillies
little bit
are
more.
starting to pull it around. They got Elijah Grace in the studio.
And you got some good finals action going on at the same time. So
we
it's,
got what do we got? The Pacers, and is that tonight?
that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
actually.
night.
Yeah,
Tomorrow night.
I thought it was going to be tonight, but it's tomorrow at 8:30. So that series will soon be
And
wrapping
that
up.
Tuesday is Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals
Yep.
in Edmonton, in Florida. And we were saying Taylor Swift was down at the game.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see her in the stands. Hopefully the Florida fans don't leave early.
Hey,
Actually, I want them to leave early.
Real quick, I want to take a second to give a shout-out to my dad on this Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I could not ask for a better role model and, just overall the best dad a guy could ask for. So happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
Yeah, same thing here. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you out there. I know you're listening, so appreciate all the support, and happy Father's Day. I'll be seeing you soon.
All right, there you guys go. I do want to thank Tommy Greene for going on the mound with us every Sunday, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Thank you to Tully, Banta-Cain. Appreciate him. Danny Ryan, Andrew Leeds, thank you so much. Thank you to Elijah Grace for coming in. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you right here next week on 97.3.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Flounder season is gearing up, and the one stop for everything you need is